Hey everyone, let's continue with Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm your pal Kanyan. I'm being given a hint. This is new. You can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Have I? Oh, I guess I clicked through like an extra text box or something. I don't know. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay! I have an idea, everyone, says Monica. Nat and Yuri, they just shortened Natsuki's name there. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. I have, with me a can of ginger ale. Just to help calm my frickin' nerves. Earlier tonight I helped a good buddy move, and I'm ashamed to say I had this music stuck in my head. I would never admit to it, but yeah, it was this music. It took me a while to remember where it was from. I remember now. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. I didn't say I was joined. Isn't that right, the Kanyan? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. Ginger ale. I never said I would join this club. Sarity may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. As I am one to do. You've seen my videos. All four girls still stare back at me with dejected eyes. Yeah, that's deserved. But, I'm sorry, I thought they're all sinking down a little... Oh no! I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, don't you dare let that be the reason you're joining the club. Because if you let that be the reason you're not joining because you want to be there, you're joining because of hormones. Do not do this. You turn around, you grab another cupcake and you leave out that door right now, young man. Right. Okay, I've decided then. Oh boy! Ginger ale. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. They did that in unison. That was not one by one. Sarity wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. I'm just saying, cupcakes, that's a pretty good deal, you know? That makes it official. I baked, like, Hungarian apple cakes to give away to people again tonight. And my whole house smells like cinnamon and apple, and my poor dog, she's going nuts. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Do they all understand I more or less just went out of my back down? I backed down while backing down! Like... I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Kanyan, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Great. Can I really impress a class star, Monica, with my mediocre writing skills? So our character's not even, like, worried about the fact that they all know we tried to back out. like we're the weak link in this group suddenly. Oh man, they all know we're a total wuss now. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Yeah, that's life. Get used to it, buddy. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Kanyan, since we're already here, you want to walk home together? Yeah, sure. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. I mean, we have to go home eventually, might as well. Oh, why does this game use the same word choice I always pick? Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Why? Okay, he's just listing them and remembering what they look like. You know, to be fair though, considering he just met, like, two of these girls, at least we know he'll remember their names and faces. Like, that's good practice. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Oh man, high school boys, am I right, ladies? Oh. I don't know. I don't know, man. You know, my older sister sometimes tunes in on my Let's Plays, and this is gonna be one of those ones where I'll have no explanation for her. She'll see the thumbnail, she'll think, I wonder what my little brother's getting into today. I'll have no out. It'll be like, yeah, I was just reading this visual novel, this here story, you know? I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Let's write one about how... Oh. What? What? It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with... Okay. I was like ready to tippy-tap on my keyboard here. No one check your phones. That was me. And it was just Twitter. Wait a minute. How come there's little cute stickers of everyone but Monica? Is that hinting at something? You know what? I'm just gonna be safe and just save in two different spots here. You know what? No, there's no more backing down. Our character is too much of a wuss. We have to be the man in this playthrough, ladies and gentlemen. And if not man, then at least a high school boy. I'm playing a man trapped in a high school boy body. That's what's happening here, folks. Man, I don't know. Extreme passion, kawaii parfait. Oh, it doesn't work like that. Okay. Extreme Extreme kitty. Extreme kitty. Atone for your shame. It's still going. 5 of 20. Raindrops. Twirl. After image is one of my favorite things in Dragon Ball. I love it when they use that move. Agonizing chocolate. Agonizing chocolate! Nibble the vitality of the ocean and breathe in your dreams. Nibble. Meager romance. Heaven sent anime. You know, our character said he likes anime. I'm just gonna click on that one. Variance. I feel like my whole word choice this entire time has been variance. My phone's going off again, folks. Don't check your phones. Doki Doki. This game makes My heart, Doki Doki. You know what I'm saying? Ginger ale. It's like the last can that we have in the house. I just saw it and I was like, yo, ginger ale's... I like that drink. One of my best buddies, Russell, he hates ginger ale. It's funny, because, like, things I really like, I find that, like, people I'm really close to typically don't. Like, my other best buddy, Byron, he hates fruit punch, but I'm, like, all about it. I have a lot of anxiety. That's why I play video games on the internet, because I feel like I don't get enough attention, normally, so I just play games on the internet. Like, and then I hope people see it, but at the same time, I feel really uncomfortable when people I know are like, hey, I saw that video you made, and I start sweating profusely, like, oh no, which one? Strawberry. Unending. Damn! Oh, what? I mean, is there a wrong choice here? If I go super dark, Yudi might like it, but if I make it really random, you know what? We have a lot of like happy words. Let's throw in some dark ones just to throw them off guard. Oh, is this gonna be like a Mad Lib? Sticky. Yes, yes. Disarray. Papa giggles. Oh, Fester. Alright. Is this the last word we're choosing? Because we gotta be careful here. You know what? I hung out with my little niece today. We were having fun, we were playing games. And, I gave her some rainbow-colored marshmallows. Oh, we get to pick one more. You know, usually I try to tie off segments of games with little anecdotes, which is why I just started randomly talking about my favorite person in the world, my little niece. And yet, here I am, presenting with another choice, entropy. I don't know what that word is. I used to. It has been a long time since I've actually used that word, though. And by a long time, I mean high school. Hi again, Kanyan. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha! Yeah, that'd be weird. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Is that the strange part, that we're keeping our word? Are we like a chronic liar? Well, I'm back at Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Kanyan. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. You know, my creative writing teacher in college said to me once that if you don't just jump into something, chances are you don't get to see what it's really like. Sometimes. It depends on what it is. She added that part later, but yeah. Creative writing class, like, I felt like I really didn't deserve the grade I got. She gave me an A at the end of that semester, but man, I had this one paper. It was like, it was a story disguised in the form of Chuck Norris jokes, and it got analyzed. Like, the whole class read it, and they discovered that more importantly, it was a story about a story that never got told, and they just read into that, and I'm like, crap, did I write that in there? And I'm sitting there looking at my own paper, I'm like, oh my gosh, I did. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You know what, I like the cut of your jib. Our main character is kind of a slouch, you know? I have no room to talk. I literally... I walked in tonight, and all I wanted to do was play with my dog and bake cake. I didn't want to... So I already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. I'm starting to like Monica a little bit more. That was... Natsuki finds herself stuck between, say, Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Point to Monica on that one. Don't worry, guys. Kanyan always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun. That's... pretty true. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? This is just gonna be Anecdote the episode. My dad and uncle once set our house on... well, almost set our house on fire. You two are really good friends, aren't you? So... now, why does she look sad when she says that? Whatever. I'd be a little jealous. How come? You and the Kanyan could become good friends too. Sayori, why is this awkward? What is going on? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. No, man. Okay, weird situation. Let's not anecdote that. Let's just finish the story we started. My dad wanted to make, like, a little camping stove. And he was using, like, this, like, how-to thing he saw on the internet. And, he, like, mismeasured something or some component of it. And the part of the little makeshift stove, which was just basically, like, a big, tin can, shot up into the air. And my dad, not sure where it was, started looking around. And, it hit the top of our roof and rolled down. Luckily, this was not on fire and had none of the stuff that was burning still in it. It had all burnt away somehow. Meanwhile, on this same day, my uncle and I, we put up like a little nylon curtain on the back of our garage door, just so that like when it gets hot, we could leave that door open and the garage won't suddenly be 1,000,000 degrees while the house is like trying to stay cool. And there was like, it was getting frayed. And rather than just snipping it, the thing was nylon, right? My uncle was like, oh, I know, I'll just singe the ends. Part of the curtain was like, yo, give me some of that fire. And my uncle had to just slap the fire out. He did it. He did pretty good. One slap, he said, is all it took. He just put his hand right on there, you know? You get out of here. I have to edit that out now. Oh no! Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori, me? No, not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind! Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's... Do you mind? I actually really like that person. It looks like he's playing around with Fallout 4 mods and testing them. That's why it's... Can I turn notifications off, or I am set too busy now? Maybe is that how that... Whatever. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want me to. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I'm pulling out my editing tools. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Poof. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I intend to. I look forward to hearing what you think. She sounds like me when I'm, like, forcing people to, like, play a game. Like, hey, I got you this game. Play it. Tell me what you think. The next night, I'm like, hey, who's your favorite character? Like, give him a chance. I like ask like the next day, assuming that person just has infinite spare time. When really, that's never the case. No one has time anymore. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Natsuki's face... Oh, no. What the heck? How did I get Natsuki? I'm tired. I'm editing that out again. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression while she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Oh, you know what? That's because, I expected Sayori to be the one running around doing stuff. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. The music! Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Ellipses. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. Gomeno, sorry. I was just, spacing out. Sumi excuse me. That's for, like, the handful of people out there that will know what I'm referencing. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... Ah, that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Read it! You have a copy! Oh my gosh! Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. Wait, wouldn't she know what it was about if she was reading it? Wait, did I say parfait? No, portrait of Markov. Parfait of Markov? I really shouldn't record so late. I'm getting names mixed up. I'm misreading words. I'm a bag of giggles right now. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Illuminati confirmed! No, I like that joke just because it's so easy to use, but oh my gosh. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships. And her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ahaha! Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Kanyan? Well, I mean, I like Silent Hill, so it's like... most weird stories like that get my attention anyway. Heck, in the first part, didn't I recommend I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream? Like, that's a weird and dark story, man. Don't read that if you want to feel good about life in the world and the future and technology and such. No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. To clarify, she likes horror stories. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, You're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? That's... not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize, we're in a literature club. You're meant to talk about literature, you're telling me about a book. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. Kinda forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I'm starting to talk too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. Thank you, main character! Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Aha, what are you saying? Our characters... I can't tell if he's a genius or just a jerk. Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. You didn't even take a better look at it, man. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Okay, no, I feel like this character knows what's going on and is surprisingly smooth. I would not do that. I would be sitting where I was, because that's where I sat. Am I lazy? Is that just covering up for being lazy? Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. I don't know why you do. This is something I'm not used to. Oh man, that is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright! We just made this poor girl like 20 times more nervous than she ever needs to be. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Oh, Gomeno, sorry! I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Oh, sorry, I mean... Ahaha! Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way. I thought that was going in a completely different direction with the left arm. I thought our guy was having a heart attack. So instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes things kind of difficult to turn the pages. Here. Whoa! New angle! Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Ellipses exclamation point. It's as if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. When I saw Are You Ready, I've been playing a lot of fighting games, and Are You Ready is like, that line's in a lot of them, so I just read it in Japanese, like, Kakugo-ii. And that's wrong, too. I think I'm missing, like, 3 different little pronunciations in that sentence. Look, I haven't practiced Japanese since college. It's been a few years. I'm bad at learning, okay? Calm down. To turn the page. Gomeno, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I could do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels almost like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it with her under her thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's... Oh, right click, sorry. More blunt in a lot of ways, but she's also second guesses all the things she says and does. Well, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your own mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Kanyon, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that... Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. Ellipses. I guess I meant that it's kind of cute. Ah, what are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone! Yeah, okay, we're gonna save. Let me know what you guys think of this part of the story down in the comments below. Like and favorite this video. I will see you guys next time.